Today I'm going to give you 5 different ways to work on your next promotion. I am a people manager and I've been promoted myself a number of times over the years. And I have used different strategies to get me to the place that I'm at right now. And what you find is people believe that if you are with an organization for years, it automatically means you should be promoted. And that is not the case, right? Because you could be with this organization for 5 years and you are just doing the bare minimum. You're just doing the expectation of the role. You have your job description. The job description will tell you specifically the things you need to accomplish and, other duties assigned. But if you're doing these things, you're doing them well, it doesn't guarantee you getting a promotion. There are 5 different ways that I'm going to share with you that you can leverage to maximize on your growth potential. No, it's going to require some work from you because, of course, your career development is your key responsibility. You may think that your manager, is responsible for your growth. They're there to support your growth. You are responsible for your growth. You are responsible for the next step in your career, not somebody else. And you have to want it enough to make this happen. Because what will happen is you are seen by people who you don't think are seeing you. And that's just a fact. Now, if you plan to stay within this organization, here's the first thing that you can do to grow your career, to get promoted. It's going to take some work. Are you ready? The first thing you can do is cross-training in your department. What this means is you are going to look at a role in your department. So you could potentially be in, say, human resources. You may be a junior person in human resources. And there is a next level role that you're interested in growing into. So, for example, you're interested in becoming a benefits specialist and you're currently a coordinator. What you can do for cross-training is reach out to that person and better understand their role, better understand their day-to-day function in the organization. You can get a copy of their job description so you have an idea specifically what it is that this person does. In doing so, there may be skill sets that you will have to learn to grow into this role. Cross-training within your department means you will need to spend some time shadowing this person. You will need to assist them with initiatives that they're working on. Have them sit down, spend some time with you to explain to you the function of their role or the functions of their role and the different things that they have to touch each day. This is helping you to understand what it really takes to get this job done. And it will also help you to understand, is this something that I'm really interested in? Now, after you've accomplished that, you may need to, schedule some time to meet with this person so you have a more in-depth exposure to what they're doing, right? So you're going to spend the time and do this. You have to take the time to do this. In doing so, it gives you on-the-job training. And if you're doing it well, they will talk about it. All right. Another thing that you can do to grow in your department is cross-functional learning. What I mean by cross-functional is it is not your specific area of expertise. If you are in HR and you are interested in learning about the training department, that is cross-functional. So training is sometimes supported by HR and sometimes it's an independent department. In learning more about training, you will need to approach the head of this department and share with them your intentions, share with them the things that you would love to accomplish. And if you have this conversation, you might be surprised people are always open to helping somebody grow. Yes, take the time, have the conversation, try to see how best you can fit into their schedule, and they will help you to understand what it is that they do. Spend some time shadowing, learning, take your notes, because this is also important. So you're able to grow with that department. You're able to learn what they're doing, right? Be involved in initiatives that they are executing on. And this will give you first hand on the job training. Now, the next thing that you can do to put yourself in a position to get promoted, be involved in initiatives outside of your scope. Understand the business goals. Understand what is required for you to grow in your organization. Be aligned to what the organization is trying to accomplish. Now, when you're involved in initiatives outside of your day-to-day, your regular expectations of the job, what it does, it puts you in a position to be exposed to different things happening in the organization. You better understand what the organization goals are, and you are looking at growing with the things that are happening in the organization. Now, I mentioned before, people see you even when you don't think they're seeing you. And I have experienced that where my director a couple of years ago, I'm just there, I'm working, I have my goals, I have things that I need to accomplish, and I am just hitting them hard. And I remember she said to me, I know how you work, I see you, I hear stuff about you. And I was like, what? And she was so interested in having a conversation with me because, she wanted to understand what was my drive, what was my passion, because I never go into anything to just accept the bare minimum. No, I need more. And if doing more means it will put me in a position to be promoted, it will put me in a position to grow personally, professionally, then that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to find a strategy to do it. So when you get involved in things that are not your day-to-day, your core, it allows other people to see you. It allows you to learn something new, and it allows you to grow. So you cannot do your job description, your day-to-day, and expect that that's going to create growth for you. You have to put yourself out there. You have to put in some extra work, and you have to be dedicated to the end goal. You can't decide that this week I'm going to do it and next week I'm just not doing it anymore. So set your goals, understand the things that you need to achieve, and I have created a journal, a career planner that will help you to outline the short-term goals that you have, outline the long-term goals that you have, and make small notes around things that you would love to accomplish. I am going to leave the link in the description below if you're interested in purchasing my journal on Amazon, and it will help you to kind of pave the way, outline the things you want to do and stick to them, because you can write stuff in your journal and you do nothing about it and that doesn't help the situation. So check out my journal. It's a career planner. It's pretty easy to use. It helps you to track your goals. You can do additional notes if you like, those sessions that you probably have with whomever and use it to get yourself on the right path. All right, another thing that you can do to get promoted is to understand the next level that you want to grow into, the next level that you want to be promoted into. How can you want something if you really don't know what it is, right? Like I said before, understand the job description. Understand what this role requires of you. Is there a new skill set that you need to learn? Is there a new course you need to take on? Is there a new qualification you need to have? Or is it something that you can do on the job training and you're still able to grow in this area? when you do this, it pretty much is building you for the next step. It's building you for the next level. Have a close relationship with this job description. Understand what it is, and take some of the steps that I mentioned before to learn this area, right? You're not just going to be seen if you're doing the regular stuff every day. People want to see that you're doing more. People want to see that you're involved. People want to see that you're engaged. People want to see that, yes, this person is ready for the next step. Another thing that you might need to do, and this is my final one, you may need to look at courses. You may need to look at ways to develop your current qualifications. You may need to look at skills. Short courses are online. Sometimes you can look at your local community college. And even internally, your company may have learning platforms that you're able to take advantage of. And a lot of times companies, they invest so much into learning platforms, and you're able to be certified. Now, show your bosses that you're not allowing this investment to go to waste. So look at those short courses, look at, maybe free courses online that will give you certification. And, if you're not able to afford doing a course that you have to pay for, or a degree right now, but there are so many ways that you're able to leverage to grow your knowledge, to grow your skill sets. There are free resources online. You just have to dedicate some time to it. Properly structure your days. So, at the end of the day, you may spend 1 hour looking at some materials that will help you to advance your knowledge. And there's so many different ways, but you will need to do some work. Promotion is not just going to fall on your lap. It's not just going to happen overnight. It takes time. If you would like for me to share my story with you, how I have grown in my organization, how I have grown professionally and personally, I am open to sharing that with you as well. I am a YouTuber, as you can tell. I work in human resources, and I am also now an author, and I have my own craft business, right? So I also have a craft page. It's called Craft Basics here on YouTube, and I will share the link in the description below if you want to check those out. All right. So I hope these tips were helpful for you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video.